Hello. Good morning. It is a Saturday, which I know is not a usual streaming day for Inimitable Books, but it was the end of a month, and I thought it would be a good idea. For those of you worried about Sunday, tomorrow, I will be streaming again tomorrow, same time. However, today, I have two lovely co-hosts with me. More might show up, but let's start with the introductions. Kay.
Hey, it's Kay, fantasy author, cosmic dreamer, and teapot collector. I write diverse and own voices novels about queer girls who have complicated relationships with religion and who stare at the stars to feel something. My debut, Heirs of Bone and Sea, is coming out March 5th from Inimitable Books. And you can pre-order it now through the website above our heads and register your pre-order for some special character art, which hopefully I can reveal soon.
Yes.
Hi, I am Kiara L. Rose, author of The Healer's Love and many more books to come. I am moving back into the States not too long ago, and now working on another romance book as well as a young adult cottagecore fantasy book for my children. So, yeah.
That's cute. Love that. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Zara Hoffman. I am the founder of Inimitable Books, which is publishing K and multiple other authors in its effort to uplift marginalized voices without pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. And yeah, pre-order all our titles at the link above our heads and register your pre-orders so that you can get the gifts associated with each book. I'm going to set up the forest room, and thank you. We can get started on the first sprint. I'm going to make the first sprint short just in case we do end up getting the other co-hosts so that each sprint is the same length. But if we reach, the end of the second sprint and they're still not here, then we can maybe start doing longer sprints. So let's do Rainbow 2015. Great. And the code is 5 Zulu 6 November Foxtrot Romeo Bravo Sierra Golf. It is up on screen right now if you would like to join the forest room. And yeah. If you are watching on replay and this is your first stream ever, this is a reminder that these codes do not work when they are no longer live. And if you don't know what the Forest app is, it is a productivity timer app that can either lock you out of using certain apps on your phone when the timer is going, or if you turn off deep focus mode, which you should if you're in a group planting session, which is what these codes are for, you can technically use your phone while it's going, but the idea is still the same.
Should we say what we're all working on?
Yes, that is a good idea.
I guess I could start.
Yes, go, please.
My Dark Academia, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat retelling.
Yes. Love that.
I'm about 25,000 words into it, so chugging along.
Woo!
Finishing up a short story for a submission that I'm doing.
That's exciting.
For like a competition or a magazine?
Or one's for a magazine, the other one's for a competition.
Oh, great. Okay.
Finishing up that. So yeah.
That's awesome. Do you submit often, or did you just see these and you're like, I want to do that?
I try to submit as often as I can, but then with this new work schedule they gave me, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Then by the time I get home, it's like midnight, and I'm like, I don't want to look at a computer screen.
That's fair. Okay. I'm just checking what your both other tree selections are in case the other guests don't show up and we change what we'll be planting. Load. And okay, so people are in the forest room. Let me get the timer. I gotta set it to 15 minutes. Sorry. What I'm going to be working on is scheduling a video to go up tomorrow. Exciting video. It's going to be short, but it'll be one on YouTube and Instagram. And I'm going to try and see if I can crop it to also get it to look good on TikTok. And then after that, I'm sure I have a million other things to do, but I also just need to wake up. So
I second the waking up part.
Yeah. Add the timer. If you are new to these streams, the timer does have typing ASMR. If you don't like that, you are free to mute us. But as I am done with listening to audiobook files, the timer's no longer muted. And let me get the ticker going. Please pre-order our books. And in 3, 2, 1, happy productivity, everyone. Hello. We
Hi.
picked up a co-host. So I think what we'll do is we'll start with Kay, see how everyone did. But when we reach Laura, you can introduce yourself. So, Kay, how'd you do for that first sprint?
I did surprisingly well for only 15 minutes. I wrote almost 200 words, which is quite a lot for me in 15 minutes. But I'm writing like a really fun like dream sequence. So it's just things that you will not find in nature, and that's just super fun to write. So I think that's why it went by a little bit quicker. Lots of imaginative stuff.
You write very cool. I'm trying how do I phrase this without spoiling anything in your debut novel?
Surreal?
Yeah, surreal visions. Let's just put it that way. Like, are they dreams? Are they something else? But like, I mean, obviously you write the more realistic parts of fantasy. That's a weird way to say it, but like those things, well, like when you're on a ship and this is what happens, but also
yeah. I know
the more
exactly
untethered stuff, also very cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
I got a page of editing done, plus I'm also trying to get ready to go to a Renaissance Fest. But I got 2 more pages to edit, and then I'll be done.
Awesome.
So I am Laura Nettles. I just woke up. I am all my horror stuff is under my real name, and all my contemporary romance is under my pen name, Samantha R. Silverstone. The 4th one just came out today under that pen name. So it is for a romance series revolving around a coffee shop called Ivy and Bean. So, yeah, they're short 1-hour reads, so they're little ones, but yeah, they're fun. And during that sprint, I took meds, drank water, started journaling.
Important. All good things. All the things I planned to do during that sprint and did not do, because what I wound up doing instead was just updating the thumbnail for today's stream to remove an author. Not author. Well, yeah, she is an author, non-inimitable books author. Remove a co-host who said that she couldn't make it today, and then also was starting to schedule the stream for tomorrow. And then the timer ran out. So that's fine. I also found Laura's pen name on Amazon.
Woohoo!
So that's been linked there. Jessie is here. Hello. Jessica was working on an October Ween short story. Very cool. Purpose behind the pen is watching through HollyDavis's YouTube channel. I don't know where Holly is, so I'm sorry if you're seeing a bunch of faces that you don't recognize. But if you go back to the start of the live stream, the lovely 2 people up top introduced themselves, and then I did as well. But currently working on books 16 through 20, going to jot down some more 16 through like outlines, or I'm just curious on how you're working on all those books at once, it sounds like. Because if you're just working on book 16, I feel like that's what the comment would say, which is also cool. So I'm just interested. That sounds great. 72 words, woke up the child, grabbed my breakfast. I'm going to butcher that. Collage. I don't know how you pronounce the CH in that. Called a chubby that has eggs, bacon, potatoes, and Mexican seasoning. So good. Sounds delicious. I know. I want to know if the person is working on like 4 books simultaneously, if books 16 through 20 is in a series, which it sounds like. Because as someone who like keeps a book list of all my ideas, I still name them like separately. So even if I was working on multiple at once, I'd be like, oh, I'm working on blank and
Oh,
blank. I wouldn't just assign them the numbers. Lauchi.
Lauchi?
Lauch. Because that still could be Lausch in some languages. So I'm sorry, I don't know. I still don't know the AUCH part, but we're closer now. Let me set up the forest room for the next sprint. Kiara, when are you going to Ren Fair?
We're probably going to leave about 11.
Okay, so you can still be here for this sprint. I don't remember which one you said, Laura.
Lauchi.
Lauchi. Okay. The code is 65 Charlie Foxtrot 2 Hotel Sierra Golf. Purpose behind the pen is saying actual stories. I'm working on at least one chapter a day as I am trying to reach the end of each one. I handwrite my novels before I type them. But when you're saying you're working on books 16 through 20, are you writing a chapter a day in book 16, book 17, etc.? Or are you working through 16 and then when that's done, at least for a draft, then you'll move on to 17, etc.? I think that's what we're asking. Are you working on multiple books simultaneously or is it like in sequence? But also handwriting, my hand got a cramp just reading that. So like kudos to you. I bullet journal and that's the only thing I do by hand. Just had too many like hand cramping experiences at school with like blue books or whatever.
Composition notebooks.
I have to write by hand. That's the only way I can get the story out. My hand actually doesn't cramp. It just gets restless if I try to write on the computer first. I don't know. Like when I'm trying to write the computer, my fingers are like, this is not working. We're not doing it right. Let's go grab a notebook. The only issue is trying to transfer that bad boy to a computer. That becomes a headache. Because then sometimes I can't read my own handwriting.
That part I would think is a little difficult. But like, can you guess?
I do. I try to guess. Like I'll sit there and read the entire paragraph or sentence and be like, oh, I think I know what I was trying to say here. Because sometimes my handwriting is readable, and then other times it looks like I wrote the Constitution, or maybe I work in a doctor's office. So it just depends on.
I love that those are the scales. It's beautiful, Constitution, doctor's office.
So it depends. It depends. But sometimes if I just read like maybe the paragraph, I can understand, oh, okay, I know what I was trying to say here. And then sometimes it's like, you know what? I don't know what I was trying to say here, but we're about to put something new here. So
yeah, I mean editing. Purpose behind the pen is writing them simultaneously. So my brain, I tried that once, did not work. It just took too long to get into each book whenever I sat down for a writing session when I was trying to work on multiple at the same time. Of my own writing, I'm not talking about, managing multiple books at a publishing company because I didn't write any of those. Jessica saying my broken self-arthritis could never. I write small notes to myself and that kills my wrist. I'm sorry to hear that, but I relate to that a lot more than being able to do the other. My mom had found when we were cleaning out my grandma's house, after she passed away, my mom found the love letters that her parents had written to each other, and we were reading them, and I kept handing it over to my mom, being like, "What's this say?" She's like, "I thought you took cursive." I was like, "I did. It still didn't look like this. Like, it's less slanted. It looked closer to print because that's how we were taught. Like, I'm sorry." So now I know how to read my grandma and grandfather's script once I got accustomed to it. But yeah.
I write cursive.
So I do write in cursive. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, like, it looking like the Constitution, that would be my grandmother's doing. She forced me to write to her, like, in letters when she was alive, letters in cursive when I was little. She's like, "No, we're not going to write in print. We're writing in cursive." So
I find old people cursive, it's just a lot different than
it is.
It is. Today's
current.
cursive is different than.
Yeah. Like my grandma's cursive, so beautiful. But
Yeah.
I
like,
know.
it's an old people kind of cursive.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my handwriting, and it's like print, but I connect some letters. So like the G and the E, and the M and the E, and I can't find other letters while looking at it in a camera. But I tend to link a lot of letters, and people in my family are like, "Oh, it's so pretty," and I'm like, "Is it pretty or just legible?"
Both.
Because my family, I love them, but the legible part is a hit or miss.
I think all my notebooks are in the other room, but yeah, I just write mostly cursive. I think me trying to write print, I tried that one time, and it just didn't look right, and it looked horrible. I was just like, yeah, we're gonna go back to cursive and just stay where we're supposed to be at. Just remember to stay in the moment of either pretty or Constitution. Let's not go to doctor.
You're like, the Constitution's the floor.
Yeah. That's that foundation.
We don't go to the basement.
No.
When I used to write by hand, it would be sort of like a mix between print and cursive because it was just faster.
Yeah.
But I can't write by hand anymore.
Yeah.
My handwriting was so bad in elementary school and stuff that my math teachers couldn't read my homework. Like, it was bad. So I decided to journal in cursive to improve my handwriting. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing that for years, and it's definitely helped.
Have you tried writing in print?
I do some things in print for certain little words in the, like, to make it stand out in the flow. I'll do a word in print. Mm-hmm. But nah.
Is that your version of like a bold?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my mom will sometimes write things out in print for me if I'm doing something for her, but she's on the phone, so like she needs to write it out. And there were just so many times where I was like, I can read enough of the letters that I know what it doesn't say, I think, but I can't read some of your letters, so I can't tell what it is supposed to say. Can you just start texting me these things? Or like, here's my phone and you can write it in the notes app. And then God forbid there's a capital I and an L, a lowercase L in the notes app because it's a sans serif font and they look the same. And then I'm just like, because if it's like a password or something.
Right.
And I'm just like, I don't want to get locked out because I'm trying. Okay, Jessica's saying, if I try to write and do it too long, my handwriting will start as print and then slowly devolve into messy cursive because it's easier and you don't have to lift. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to lift it as much. My grandma tried to teach me. It says scriptic. She called it shorthand. She used to be a secretary at an office. And you look at this, And it's not even just normal attitude. Looks like alu because there's no crossing of the T. And there's no D.
I would forget. That definitely takes practice because I forget. I'm like, oh wait, is this where it's supposed to be?
Like, as much as is AMCA.
Shorthand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only one that I can look at and absolutely know is PPL because my mom has used that my whole life.
For
Mhm.
people.
People.
Yeah.
Mhm. But everything else, I was just like, I love you, Grammy, but I can't learn a language on top of the script. I'm never gonna
Yeah.
like a script only language. Wasn't gonna work because I was doing Latin and French at the same time on top of that. So I was like, no. Hunter, hello, hi. We're about to start our second sprint. Let me add the timer. Let me remove this. Add the ticker. It says 25 minutes. We are only sprinting for 15 minutes. But in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone.
If you're talking, Zara, you're muted.
Yeah, we're small. I'm trying to figure out how to make us bigger. So that's that. And then if I just... There used to be another option where we're all big versus when I like make us smaller. Oh well. Okay, we're just doing this. There we go. Now we're all bigger. Holly, I'm going to let you introduce yourself to people on the Inimitable Books YouTube channel. You are live streaming on your own channel as well. And then Kay can say how she did, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah.
Hey, I'm coming in fashionably late. Sorry for oversleeping. My body was like, nope, it's the weekend. You need it.
That's fair.
And then my husband was pulling up YouTube this morning. He's like, oh yeah, I saw your stream up, and was just like, oh, well, okay, that's interesting. I'm like, you should have woke me up. But anyways, I am Holly, also known as WriteHollyDavis. I am the author of A Diamond Bright and Broken, out April 2nd, 2024 with Inimitable Books. I'm a proud Inimitable author. My cat Zuko's behind me. I'm also a cat mom of Zuko and Oliver, and the host of the Diversity is Lit book club. And yeah, you can pre-order my book now. My artist is working on the character art as we speak, which is really exciting, and it's going well so far. So I'm excited to see the finished product and be able to give that to you guys as a gift.
Yeah, just the outlines were really pretty.
Yeah, I had like no comments. I was like, yep, perfect.
Also, people who are maybe watching and being like, you now have first on screen April 2024 versus March. It's because of their names, not because of their publication order.
Oh, here's Oliver. Okay, he wanted to say hi too.
He's like, wait, you're on Inimitable's channel? There are people who don't know me.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait, Mom, you're up now.
Okay, Kay, how'd you do?
Just about 200 words again, so I'm happy.
Awesome, awesome.
Got like a page and a half left of edits. Page and a half. So I'm happy because then I can probably submit it early. So
Nice.
I love getting things off the desk early. Just, you're like, I did my part. No, I don't have to worry about it.
I finished journaling for yesterday and started making my to-do list for today. And so now I'm trying to cancel my old phone plan. So, yay. Because I already switched my number over to a new provider. So I need to cancel the other one.
What were you switching to, if you don't mind me asking?
So I'm switching from Freedom to Bell. So,
And is Bell better?
Huh?
Yeah, Laura's Canadian.
I
So is
didn't
Kay.
know this. I was just gonna say, I know switching phone plans is the absolute worst because I work for Bell, and it's just trying to switch over is not fun, but I hope it works out for you.
So my phone plan is already switched to Bell. So
Now you just have to cancel.
yeah. So my old plan, it was only $40 a month, with international, like US calling and texting, but I only got 5 gigs of data. So
Yeah, that's not a great plan.
no.
That's sucky.
So now I have like 120 gigs. So
I'm finally working to like switch my provider because I've had like AT&T forever, and then I'm like, I keep seeing these Mint Mobile things with Ryan Reynolds, and it's like, I think I could get a plan much cheaper than what I'm paying right now.
You can, and I use it for the business, and it is great. However, they use the AT&T. Oh, I froze. Okay. They use the AT&T network. So if for some reason you're not like satisfied with the actual network, then
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with it.
that.
That's why I've kept it. I'm like, oh, it's great. People are like, oh, you could be paying less. So I'm like, okay. Oh,
Grayson's
yay.
here. I don't know if this is the account that you wanted to be commenting with. I know some people have multiple accounts, and then I'm always like, oh, hi. And then I'm like, and then they're like, oh, shoot, and switch. So anyway, Grayson's here. Grayson has done the maps for the books, and I have an arc again with me, so I can actually show a map. No, I can't. The arcs are not, the new arcs no longer have the maps in them. The old arcs did. But the hardcovers will have, like when you open the book, the end pages.
Well, is that how it's going to be? It's going to be on the inside cover?
Yeah. So, like, this is
I love
not
that.
one of our books at all. Doesn't matter what it is. But, like, when you open it, this will be a map.
Oh,
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so that's very exciting. Resizing the maps was annoying.
I can imagine.
It wasn't Grayson's fault. Incarnate is very weird about the sizes that you can download it in. And so I basically have to ask Grayson to just like leave a little bit extra around all the sides depending on like how it crops.
That's smart.
Hi. Got my pre-order in yesterday. I'm not sure of which book, but awesome. And I'm so excited for this.
Jesse, you're going to finish it today.
Final
That's
chapter
so
of The Devil's Vault. I am publishing Jesse as well.
I've been loving the updates. Jesse gives good editing updates.
Yeah. So Jesse's actually February, March, April. Let me share the forest room for the next sprint. Let's do. I'm trying to decide now if we do Laura's tree because she showed up before you, Holly. No shade at all. Or if we do Holly's tree next because alphabetically Holly comes before Laura.
No, Laura. Do Laura.
Okay. I understand that when the body needs sleep, you just got to do it. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It was funny though that your husband was like, "Oh, I see you're live." He didn't wake you up.
Well, he checked my Google Calendar, but our Google Calendars have been messing up being synced. So I'm like, I have it on mine, but it's not showing up when he looks at it. So, he put in the effort to try. So,
That's really sweet. That's actually really, really sweet.
Yeah. So I guess he was like, no, I know sleep's important. So.
Okay. The forest room code is 64 Uniform Golf 3 Alpha 2 Sierra Golf. Jabria came in. Angel says, I'm almost done with the structure of my romance novel that I've been working on for a year. It also had a title change, female main character change of career, and the whole plot. You know what? That is an overhaul, and it's great that you're almost done with it. The overhaul of the structure. I feel like there are people who will be like, oh, should I overhaul my book? And I'm like, I can't answer that. That's, you have to decide, but I will cheer you on if you decide to overhaul your book.
It's a lot of work,
times,
but yeah, I think it's good though. Like it's like if you it's a lot of work, but it pays off in the end,
Yeah. As an editor, I'm not someone who's like, oh, you need to completely change something. It's more like, can we reframe this, or can we like move this to a different part of the book to make more sense? Or sometimes it's even just moving the paragraph order so that it makes the most sense.
Mhm.
I love how it would turn at the end. Okay, let's do the timer.
This sprint, I need to feed the puppy and take the puppy outside.
I need to actually eat my breakfast. It's been 2 sprints and I have yet to do that. So, that's what I'll be doing instead of just working.
I'll be eating breakfast too.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. How did we all do?
Good.
Good. I ate breakfast and I was going over the budget since it's the end of the month. So very fun adulting stuff.
Yay, adulting.
Yes.
Boo, that it has to happen.
Yes.
I wrote another 200 words, but I have not adulted yet. I've not had anything to eat. I've just had coffee. So maybe I should do the adult things and have some sustenance.
Yes, that's your next sprint.
I think so.
Waiting on me. I'm basically over here fighting with a video game for a toddler and trying to get dressed. So that's what I did. That's right.
Parenthood.
I finished up with Freedom Mobile and took Roy outside. He pooped. Yay. And then fed him. And now I need to feed me. So, yeah.
You know you're a dog mom when you have no qualms about saying that your baby pooped and are in fact excited. Because I think when you're a parent of a human child, you're happy in your head, assuming it's not like a blowout. But you don't necessarily say that to everyone unless someone's holding the baby. Oh, baby, I'll take baby.
Yeah.
I don't think you say that with cats. Like, cats just do it themselves because they have the litter box or whatever. So
They do, thankfully.
You're like, oh, the baby went. You're just like, oh, of course it did. So I did the bullet journal for the day, and I finally went to the bathroom despite needing to go since the first sprint and just kept forgetting because I was working instead. But I didn't budget my time well enough to like also eat my breakfast, which then allows me to take my other meds. So I got half of my things done. So I have to take like a million things for homeopathic stuff to like tell my body to like, you don't need to like kill yourself if nuts are in the air. Like just so I have to take that every day. So I was able to take those because you're supposed to take them before you eat. And I should have taken those during the first sprint, if anything. And I didn't. Yeah. Anyway, next sprint we'll be eating and finishing the adulting. So me and Kay.
That's when I always learn like there's some like vitamins I can take like without anything, but like vitamin D, if I take that without eating anything, like my stomach is like, yo.
I think you're supposed to take vitamin D with citrus or something to help it absorb. Otherwise, or is that vitamin C? Is something.
That's
vitamin.
That's iron. You're supposed to, I learned because I started
that too. Yeah, iron as well.
Yeah. Oh, calcium and D.
I think.
D? Okay.
What we're gonna like all Google this during the next sprint and find out. Oh, we should be taking everything with orange juice. That's why orange juice became a morning beverage because you take it with everything.
No, that's why I bought it because I like take an iron supplement and then like I couldn't donate plasma one day because like it was low and I'm like, what? I'm taking iron supplements. And then that's when I found out, oh, you need like take orange juice with it to help the absorption. So it's like you may have enough, you're just not absorbing it well. So ever since then I've been fine, but I take my like vitamin D like separate, like I don't take it with orange juice or something, so or calcium. So this would be good to know.
Yeah, I did know them all at some point, and then I kind of fell off the wagon with taking all my like vitamin supplements just because even if I did take them correctly, they were making me nauseous. Just because there was so much of them for my recovery from my legs, which I'm still doing. So I still should be taking them, but I think I need to spread them out. I think that's what it is, but it's been a little bit. So my brain no longer remembers if it's citrus for all the things I'm taking or just like certain ones have to be, but while you're at it, might as well just do all of them.
All I know is if I take B vitamins, I get extremely nauseous.
I have to take B12 to help with migraines. And I can't say that it specifically is what makes me nauseous, but I know that adding just another thing didn't make my stomach feel better. Okay. 6, Mike. 4, Zulu Victor Charlie to Sierra Golf. It is up on screen. We're going to be starting our second to last sprint once people enter the forest room. I don't remember if I said hi to Nia, but Nia came in. Hello. Jabria folded clothes while brainstorming the one-sentence blurb to Snowflake Method, my nano project. Awesome. Jessica, 316 words for that sprint and spent some time finding something for the child to watch so she'll leave me alone. So also parenting moment. Kiera. Purpose behind the pen. Holly, I don't know if you know this person's name. I've just been reading their username.
No.
They're watching your YouTube channel, so I didn't know if they were a regular for you. Added more in book 20, 4 pages away from chapter 5. I don't know if that's 4 pages away from ending chapter 5 or starting chapter 5, but either way, awesome. Rafe came in and said, finished my sci-fi novella, now working on my last sci-fi collection. Congrats. And Nia says, I take all of mine at the same time with the cracker, water, and OJ. Cracker is not enough in my stomach anymore for the amount of things I have to take. It used to be enough and no longer. Jessica said, I forgot to take my meds until this talk, so I just did that. Yeah, I've been forgetting to put up the don't forget to hydrate, stretch, take your meds, and back up your work ticker in between these. So that's also my bad. People in the forest room? Yes. So let's do this. And do this. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone.
Woot woot.
How did everyone do?
Yay, that went by fast.
I know.
I caught up on some emails, and then I was doing the dishes. So it is definitely a very adulting morning, because I was like, I saw the dish rack full, and so I was like, I need to put it away, and then I could do these dishes. So I'm very much in my nesting era right now.
Nice.
Just like making the home more livable.
Yes. Since hopefully I will be just inside, not blobbing, but I'll be inside most of the weekend.
I feel like you gotta like make it look good before you can be productive on anything else. Like, I get that.
Yeah, because then I'll be like thinking about it, or like knowing that it's there.
Yeah. I don't know how many words I wrote during that one because I keep forgetting where I finished the previous sprints, but I'm over 800 for the day. So that was what, our fourth sprint. So I'm assuming it's about 200 per sprint. And I heated up my food from yesterday to finish eating, but I've not eaten it yet because it was too hot. So I will eat that during the next sprint.
Nice.
I literally just finished trying to get ready. Still not done. But now we're packing up the car. So yeah, that's where we are. That's what I did for that sprint.
Nice.
Do you want to do your intro / outro actually before Laura does hers? Because I know you said you were going to be leaving like around 11.
Yeah, that's fine. Hi, I'm Kira L. Rose, author of The Healer's Love and author of a future romance again, as well, another romance, as well as a fantasy cottagecore story. Yeah, just follow me on Instagram, and that's all I got for right now. Sorry.
No, you know what? You're a mom and functioning very well as an adult, separate from that identity, in my estimation. So if I was a parent, I'd be like, what's anything outside?
Right, because I hear the little one in the back, and I'm like trying to focus on that and then trying to do this. So I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. Anyone who's a parent and shows up to any of my streams as a co-host, I'm like, good on you. Because if I was a parent, I would not. Okay, Laura, how'd you do?
Good. I cooked some breakfast sausage and made strawberry milk and consumed them both.
Yummy.
Delicious.
I made a post about October streams on Instagram because like there are only 5 for the month. So I did a little explanation of why. I do need to also post that on Ko-fi and the YouTube channel. And then I have some other things I need to do for the final sprint. So yeah, productive for me, but also finally ate breakfast.
Yay.
Yay.
Was it delicious?
Yes.
Awesome.
It was yogurt with Rice Krispies in it for crunch and then fresh bananas.
Ooh.
Sounds pretty good.
I put in whatever fresh fruit I or my mom have. So she had bananas. Sometimes I do strawberries. Sometimes I do blueberries. Sometimes I do all 3. It's
Sounds good. I'm like, my coworker was going to go apple picking this weekend, but fall, going to the orchards and stuff. And I'm like, that sounds great. And I used to buy like apples and bananas all the time, but now I've been on like just dried fruit, and now I started buying the orange juice. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just need like a nice apple.
I think they ship at least to the whole country. I don't know about internationally. But Red Jacket apple, it's family owned. They have the best apple juice I've ever tasted, and they also have flavored apple juice. So I really like their strawberry flavored one, but their normal apple juice is amazing. And then they had another flavor that I tried that I didn't love, and I don't remember which flavor that was. But if you go to their website, there are multiple ones. I can only vouch for the like original apple juice and the strawberry one.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm looking them up right now. Looks
And
like
then
they're on.
physical apples, I love Fiji, and my family friend, there's some subscription that she does, but I think it's expensive. So I can ask, and then I can't guarantee that it would work out for anyone. But when she has brought some over, they've always been really good quality. So I can ask. Let me share the Forstrom code for the final sprint. We're doing the latest forest apps tree, which is the Jacaranda. It's purple. It's pretty. Sorry, my camera is glaring.
Ooh.
It's really pretty. And I only know how to pronounce it thanks to Encanto and the song What Else?
Oh yeah, the Jacaranda.
So thank you, Lin-Manuel Miranda, for teaching me something. I would say thank you for teaching me history through Hamilton, but there are some really glaring historical inaccuracies in that musical. I still love it, but it's, Les Mis is more accurate in teaching you about a 3-day failed student rebellion in France than Hamilton is about teaching you American history, but they're both still great. Top tier musicals. The code is 4 uniform November Delta 34 Romeo Sierra Golf.
It's warming up here again. It's like it's supposed to be fall.
Yeah, it's gonna be 80, like in the 80s this week.
We've had so much rain, and the rain always makes me colder than like even the normal temperature. Well, we've been like cruising at 60s lately, and my extremities are just really bad at holding in any type of heat. So inside I'm like wearing fuzzy socks and gloves, and I look like I'm prepared for winter.
Like it's 66 right now, but like the other day it was 62. And it was like fall.
Ooh, Monday's gonna be 49 for me.
Ugh.
Oh, the following Monday. Okay, so not like in 2 days. We're still going to be doing 60s, and then we're dropping the following week.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see it hit like 59 like later on in the week.
Yeah.
So
It sounds like you're like 30 to 10 degrees warmer than where I am.
oh wow.
It's almost 11, so Kiara, if you like, whenever you need to go, cool.
Yeah, actually, I was getting ready to say I'm gonna go because right now it sounds like the kids are fighting. So I'm
Okay.
gonna go. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Hi.
Sorry.
I gotta decide, am I reading this next sprint? Am I journaling this next sprint? What am I doing with my life?
Flip a coin. Assign a side to each coin, flip it, and then you'll know what you want either way. Because if it lands and you're like, I'm not going to do that one, you now know.
Oh, my book's in my bedroom. I'm like, where did it go?
What book?
The Ballad of Black Tom by, I think it's Victor Lavelle. It is a cosmic horror.
Right up your alley.
Yes. It's a novella, and I am 50 pages in, I think.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. So the main character, he in like chapter 1 is doing a delivery for someone. So he has a guitar case that he carries his stuff in because it's less like gonna get mugged. And so
Oh.
He gets this like ancient text of witchcraft stuff. It's some alphabet or something. And so I think it's called the Zigzag Zig is the name of the book. And
Ooh.
so when he opens the guitar case for the woman to take it out, when it gets out of the case and into the light and then into the shadow of the house, when it's in the light, it sparks and catches fire for a little bit. So she has to like put it out and save the book. It's like
Ooh.
intriguing. I am intrigued.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. But the main character rendered it useless by removing the last page without touching it before handing it over. And it was said that if you even read any of it, like bad things would happen. And so he had his illiterate father take the page out. Like, oh, genius. Genius.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So this takes place in the 20s and yeah, 1920s. It's pretty interesting so far.
Nice. That does. What's it called?
The Ballad of Black Tom.
Yeah.
Kay, I'm just seeing your email, so I will probably work on that during this sprint.
Yeah, no worries. I thought I had sent it last night, but then I had my email open and it was like still in draft mode, and I was like, huh? But yeah, no worries.
Okay. Let's start this sprint. Final one. And let me... Too many tabs open. Sorry. Just trying to get down to 15. There we go. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. That went so fast.
Yep, yes it did.
How did you do? That was our final sprint, by the way. If anyone came in late, but yeah.
I finished my chores, so that was good.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 13 words away from 1K for the day, so
Oh,
I'm gonna finish that after this is done and then get ready to go hang out with my friend.
nice.
Awesome.
And I ate my burger, so I am.
Yay, food is consumed.
I journaled. Yeah.
Awesome.
I was organizing audiobook files to send to the editor. This was at the end of the previous sprint, but that was awesome for Jessica. As an update, because, you know, that's like 2/3 of the way through that short story. And that was the actual progress update for that. And then updating my Notion for Preptober. Sorry. Obviously,
yes.
we're at the end of September. I said the wrong thing. And then, hi, Adrian. Let's do outros.
Hey. Well, thanks for joining us. I'm Holly. Please pre-order my YA epic fantasy debut novel, A Diamond Bright and Broken. Please join us for our book club discussion for Diversity is Lit on October 7th for House of Marion by JL. And then for October, we're going to be reading, oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on the name. There's No Way I Die First by Lisa Springer. So should be fun. Good spooky read.
Hey, it's Kay. You can find me at KWritesYA across all social media platforms. I sometimes post to my blog and my Ko-fi page when I remember that they exist. I supposedly have a newsletter that you can sign up for at my website. I don't know when it's going to go out for October because I've not had time to write it. September has been crazy busy for me for some reason. I have a book. It comes out March 5th from Inimitable. And it's about necromancers and pirates and moon magic, and it's really cool. Nice. So if you pre-order it, that would be very, very nice because I am very poor. So yeah, that's me.
I'm Laura Nettles. I mostly write horror, except under my pen name, Samantha R. Silverstone. I do write contemporary romance. The 4th one came out today. Yeah, so if you want spooky, my horror collection, Tiny Shivers, is out on the Amazons. Signed editions are on my Ko-fi. There are some of the more creepy illustrations in here, which are fun because, you know, horror. So, yes.
Yeah. Adrian, I did see that. I liked the image in the chat, so thank you for that. And my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, which will be publishing the 2 authors above our heads, in addition to others. And Inimitable is dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices without pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma, because, you know, that allows people to write stories inspired by Rapunzel. I'm talking to the 2 people above us. And other stories. So that's a lot of fun. You can pre-order our first 6 titles at the link above our heads on each book page, if you scroll down, there's the form to register your pre-order so that you can get the pre-order gifts associated with each one. Those pre-order gifts will be explained in the outro video that I am about to play. But thank you for everyone who was here, and I will be streaming again with Laura as a guest and a bunch of other people tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. And on our Instagram, I have posted the schedule for October. I will also be posting it on the Ko-fi page and other places as well. So thank you, everyone. Bye.